Hey, Will, good morning. How are you today?
Oh, hey, Sean. Yeah, good morning. I'm good, too.
I set my thermostat, even though it's winter.
Oh, my God. Hang on. Fucking let me sit down for this. Okay, go ahead.
I set my thermostat to put the air conditioning on because everybody in my building in New York has the heat on. So at night, I'm asleep with the air conditioning on. Isn't that kind of dumb?
No, it's not dumb. I'm just trying to think of a synonym right now. It's you know what? It's SmartLess.
Oh.
Welcome to SmartLess.
SmartLess.
So, Sean,
Hey.
yeah, now
I'm just happy to be here. This is
Shut up.
like
God
incredible.
damn it.
This is
You're on-
amazing.
Jason,
Sorry,
don't
listeners.
talk to him like that. Hang on.
Just
Sean, shut up.
fans.
yeah, Sean, you're on Eastern time, so
I know.
he's more cups of coffee into his day than we are.
Sean,
Yeah.
he never lets it show. He works his freaking tail off. He's there
Balls.
in rehearsal doing this play,
Balls.
and then he just shows up and he doesn't complain. Do you ever
Did I
notice
ever?
that?
Well, live with me.
Let me ask Crankerville. Crankerville, do you notice?
I've never heard you complain about anything.
He doesn't, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I kind of do. Well, I
No,
would.
it's-
I like it's Scotty.
Scotty's like, all he does is complain.
Scotty's listening, and that was it.
So wait, is Scotty always on the extra
Not
set of
always,
cans?
but a lot of times he listens, like just for
I
fun.
love it.
Yeah.
Now, Sean, you haven't. I got a full night of Willie's new look last night.
Oh right, yeah.
He's
I got it.
just
I got it the
so
other night.
Goddamn handsome with this
Yeah.
facial hair.
Look
and
at
he
that.
Cut his hair.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
look
never
at
grow
this
your beard
guy.
out.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah. Where are your rings, Willie? Did you get to keep
I know.
the
I
rings?
had the rings. I know.
So for Tracy, Will's doing this big film to follow up the other film. Yes,
it's
and he's
for
playing.
it's not for a. Is it for a part?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the thing I just did with Tony Gilroy.
Well, say what it is. Tony Gilroy's directing. You and Pedro Pascal, and who else?
and Olivia Wilde and a lot of great people. And it's called Behemoth. And
Yeah, it's very cool that you're part of that.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun that they asked me to.
Well, wait, are you playing some fucking stud? Because you're looking like it.
No, he's. I can't really say anything because I realized that they haven't said anything of what it's about, so I'm not allowed to really.
It's
say.
not Star Wars. Fucking please, my God. You have like watermark scripts and stuff.
Of course, yeah. I mean,
All right.
it's.
Well, you're handsome in it. I can
Thank
tell you
you.
that. So you're going to hold the look. You're going to keep the look. I mean, listen. I mean, for anyone who cares out there, us soft actor guys, the only time we ever stumble into a new look, it's because somebody with taste in a makeup trailer kind of carved one into us for a part, and then we're done with the movie, and we're like, oh, maybe I'll just hold on to a little element of this. Look
like when you had your long hair for a while. It was,
Well, I mean, Amanda, I came home, Amanda was like, oh, you're keeping that. So
Really?
now-
Oh, God.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
was
but
just-
you cut it off pretty fast after the Black Rabbit.
But it's still a little long, isn't it? I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
it's very
stupid long like it was before.
Remember when Jason got like really kind of in shape and he was doing Black Rabbit and he had the long
Wait,
hair
I'm
and he was really
still
ripped up.
kind of
He
in
was really ripped up.
shape a
And
little
Amanda
bit.
Amanda was like, it's kind of like having sex with like a stranger, and she said with glee.
with some with some tweaker you give a ride home for.
She was a little too excited about last night.
Yeah, a
when
little
she
change
talked
of
about
pace never hurts, right?
But we missed you, Shawnee. It was the first time.
I know. What, did you guys get together last night?
Yeah, we did Sunday dinner, Sunday
Oh,
fun
man.
day, and it was the first time in a while for me. And it was so great seeing everybody and seeing this guy.
Did Carolyn
the love
go?
of my life, and no, she was. Something came up.
It's not working out, Sean. It's not working out. We're making news today, guys.
No. We are not making news. That's not true. Something came up, and then we had Danny and Don Dees, which was great
love.
seeing them.
I just
love.
heard from Dawn. Yeah, she's great.
Willie Speck,
Oh man,
Jimmy
the
Hedge.
whole crew.
Jimmy Hedge, and we saw sweet
Little
Richard.
Maple. Oh, Richard and Jenny.
And Richard and Jenny.
But
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston wasn't there, was she?
Oh, you know it, girl.
Yo, you know it.
She was frying up some. What did we have last night?
We had those burgers. By the way, how about Thoreau had sleeves last night?
Yeah, well,
What?
it's cold
Throw
out
it
here in
there
Los
too?
Angeles.
Yeah, it was a little cold.
Jeez, man.
He had sleeves, but he had 2 T-shirts. He had the layered T-shirts.
He had a Steve Bannon combo going.
Oh my God! Everybody was there.
It was
Everyone
fun.
was
I
there.
know.
You guys were missed. You and
Yeah, well,
Scotty.
that's very nice.
Sorely
That's nice.
missed. Sorely missed.
Any way you can get a vicious stomach virus and get fired off that play?
But I think about it all the time. Yesterday was the big snowstorm, the massive.
Yeah.
So we had
know.
we canceled. We had to cancel rehearsal. So I still
Why
wanted to run.
is this you guys rehearsing out in a park? I mean, a little excuse. Let's take a day off.
Yeah, we're doing it's outside. It's in Central Park outside. No, I said so. It was rehearsal because you couldn't drive or go anywhere in the streets or whatever. So anyway, so they canceled, and I said this, but I still wanted to run the show, so it's like fresh in my head, So I said, Scotty, there's a performance in the bedroom tonight. It starts at 7 p.m. There's one ticket. Because there's one chair in the bedroom. I said, there's a bathroom. There's no intermission, but there's a bathroom right next to the chair. And if you want to fall asleep during the performance, there's a bed.
Jesus,
Wow.
I'm getting a hard on. Tell me more
What a
about
sell.
Yeah.
What a sell on this play. I mean,
How many
Jesus.
times does that pitch come out of your mouth? There's a performance in the bedroom tonight.
I was going to make a joke, but then, Sean, it occurred to me, you know what would be a great biopic you should do, because you know a lot about it, is the story of Chef Boyardee.
Why not?
The Chef Boyardee story. I mean,
Don't fucking threaten me.
But how
I'll put
does
on
a
hat.
rehearsal for a one-man show go? I mean,
What do you
so
mean,
you're
how does
just,
it go?
it's just
It's
him.
just you're up there, and then you
Yeah,
got the director sitting in the middle of the house.
Yeah.
It's just
no.
a couple.
Tech is just you, and it's just, right? I
It's
mean,
weird. But
weird.
the
Do you light the show with a flashlight? Is that it?
Yeah, well, people have to use their phone lights. That's how we get the light. Everybody in the audience. No, they during their run through the other day, we had like our first quote audience, but it was all like the producers and the people doing behind the scenes stuff. So it was like 20 people, which is a lot of people after you've been rehearsing by yourself.
Christ.
And so I walked in and I started laughing. I'm like, I can't do this. This is insane.
Oh, God.
They all start panicking. Now, I think we talked about this before, but forgive my old man brain. I've forgotten. Do you have some sort of a net, some sort of a fail-safe, like if I go up, somebody just off stage?
Yeah, well, for previews, which are 2 weeks, there'll be somebody in the front row on book. And then
Front row, that you can't look to the audience for the line.
No, but you can just say line or whatever.
Really? And the person in the front row, like, there's going to be a person in the front row with a script in their hands.
This is correct. Yeah.
When you say person, you mean Scotty, obviously.
Yeah.
Isn't that going to be distracting for the people around this person? That
Well,
this
what are you gonna
person's
do?
snapping script pages?
What are you going to do?
I'll tell you what you're going to do. You put somebody off stage.
Well,
in
that's
the
for
wings.
the show. For the show, that's what
This
we do
is,
when we
well,
open.
don't tell them how to do it.
But
Stay
you're
out of it.
selling tickets for the preview.
That's correct.
That's correct.
I don't
yeah.
get
well,
that.
because they get to see how the sausage is
It should
made,
be a
you know?
discounted ticket then, because Sean doesn't have a
Fuck,
shit
what are you?
together yet.
What are you? An
It
advocacy
is
group?
discounted.
What are you doing? What are you doing? By the way, Sean, quick question. First of all, Sean, obviously Jason and I are thrilled to have you on the show. Are you, Shawnee, is
such a big fan of both of you.
We don't usually have theater types.
You're so good. Do you have any stories that you'd like to? Shawnee, is Scotty off book? Seriously.
Wait, you mean because from running lines with
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
I mean, a tiny, not really. I mean, a tiny bit.
Scotty, come into frame.
Lines.
Scotty, are you off book?
Oh, wait, he's way down there. Scotty, you off book a little bit? You know that. You love that one line I say.
You know that one line. The one you always say, you nailed
What
it.
is it?
Shut up, Scotty. Just shut up. Hey, Scotty, what's the first line of the play?
I don't know.
Oh,
wow.
That's your man, front row.
What if the lights come up? I'm like, line.
Did you get a deal on him?
Did I ever tell you? I told you that thing when I auditioned for David Chase for The Sopranos, and I had
Tell
one
us.
line, and I got the Silver Cup, and Georgianne Watkins, the casting director, I go and she goes, I know you're going to meet him, but he wants everybody to say one line. I was like, one line? How am I going to do? You know, and a bunch of actors out there for it. This is like 2001 or 2 or whatever. Anyway, I go out there. Again, I go into the room with David Chase, Georgianne Watkins in there, and I've got this piece of paper with the one line on it. And she goes, "You ready to start?" I go, "Yeah." And he's just watching us, me deliver it to her. And I look at her and I just go, "Line." And he burst out laughing, and I got the job.
That
Not a comedy, but he was. I think he was so. He was like, this motherfucker
Was
just
this
came
for
in here. And
Sopranos?
said, Sopranos, yeah.
Yeah.
you were on The Sopranos?
Yeah, I know. That's what a lot of people
wow.
say.
Wait, come on, really?
Basically, yeah,
I didn't know that.
Can
I
you
wanna see
believe
that.
I still have not watched that show?
I haven't either.
guess it's easy
It's
to
real
believe.
good. It's real good.
It's going to be a hit, I hear. All right, come on, here we go. All
Jamie,
right,
let's
here we
get
go.
to your guest. I mean, what's
Let's get to
going
our
on?
guest.
God.
I mean, she's probably left or asleep by now. Here we come. Wait a second. Let me pull up the notes.
Here we go.
Here we go. Guys,
Yes.
today
Mm-hmm.
we have an actor that I met once very briefly and was as knocked out by her charm and warmth as you would think that you would be. She's one of our biggest stars, an incredibly successful producer. She kills it in both comedy and drama, big films and small. She has box office success as well as critical praise. Her nominations are numerous, including 2 for an Academy Award. She knows how to hold her breath for 5 minutes.
What?
She's a trained pickpocket
I
and
know
will.
who this is.
She plays ice hockey competitively.
Come on
She's
now.
at the top of the mountain, folks, but has cleared an hour for a good old SmartLess chat and giggle. And I couldn't be more grateful to her. Go, gang. Please welcome Miss
Go, gang.
Margot Robbie.
No.
Bang. Hey, Margot.
Hi, Margot.
What's going on, Margot?
She's a big Rangers fan.
I am.
Yeah?
Well,
I've been sitting here giggling, listening to you guys shoot
I'm
the shit. That was really
sorry.
fun.
We try to
no,
keep
I
it
loved
tight.
that. That was my favorite part. Yeah, I love the Rangers. I love the
Have
Rangers.
you guys
And I
seen
love
each other
ice
out there at the garden?
No.
No?
I've seen
Wait.
you there. I'm incogneets, but I've
That's short
seen,
for incognito.
I didn't have the
I
time
have to say, before we keep talking about hockey, which I hope we do, Will, I have to say, I fucking loved Is This Thing On? And
that good?
You are so good in it. And I swear to God, as soon as I finished, literally, as soon as I finished watching it, the first thing I said, I was like, give the man an Oscar. Like, you were
right?
so unreal in it. I
Thank
love
you.
it.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
done.
Thank you so
And
much.
now let's have your review on this look, this new look. Are you in love with him as I am?
Honestly, quite the reveal when I whipped off the piece of paper from the screen just then.
it's
You
pretty
look
sweet.
great.
All right.
Thank
There,
you.
look at him.
All
You
right.
look tanned
all
as
right.
well. Have you been on holiday?
It's a new bronzer,
It's a
right?
Yeah.
Jason's new line. He does a lot of men's skincare.
This one is water resistant. It's good
Yeah.
for all climates. Won't
one is-
leak on you, won't run.
He does. This one is called Early June, so it's not too heavy. It just looks like the summer started.
It's working for you.
Margot,
Margot
so nice to
Robbie.
meet you.
Yeah,
I
my
mean,
God.
this is so
Likewise.
cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
guys.
How exciting!
And I had no idea about the hockey thing. You play hockey? You still play hockey?
Do you know what? I don't. I haven't for a couple of years, but I loved The Mighty Ducks when I was a kid, the movie, and I desperately wanted to play ice hockey, but I'm from a place called the Gold Coast in Australia, and there was no ice, and so there was no way to play ice hockey. So I ended up playing field hockey all through school, and when I got to America, the first thing I did, I was like, I'm going to play ice hockey. I'm here. I've made it in America. I can finally live out this dream. And so I joined an ice hockey team. And I hadn't really ever ice skated.
Margot, as a Canadian, the nation of Canada is behind you. You are all of a sudden you've reached elite status in Canada.
It was so fun. I
Now,
loved it.
was this before or after the skating training for I, Tonya?
Well before. It would have been very helpful if this came after that, but no, it was well before. So I hadn't really skated before. I had like here and there, like, you know, I don't know, just a few times maybe in my life, but not really. And I think I just thought, oh, I'll just run. And there's so much padding that honestly it was fine. But I played in a co-ed team, and
Jesus.
there was only one other girl on the team. But you know, when you're in all your gear, you can't really tell that you're a girl. You know, like I just looked like a very small guy.
I had a problem with that one Saturday night. Go ahead.
Hey, man, you need a
I want
ride?
to hear more about that. Yeah, so I just looked like a small dude on the team, so I'd get picked on. They would check me so hard, but yeah, it was great. It was a good time.
That's pretty ballsy.
And then I'd take off the helmet at the end of the game. They'd be like, "Oh shit, sorry, I didn't know you were a girl."
But you never got any. You didn't get any. You didn't tune anybody up. You didn't get any fights.
Any
or
fights?
No,
Throw the gloves?
I was way smaller than everyone.
Wow, that's
All
cool.
right, so
That's
you're
really
out
cool.
there in Australia and you are you're enjoying, was it, done a tiny bit of research. Was it the infatuation with Harry Potter that got you really excited about movies and acting and stuff like that? That's what started. Where did it all start out there? Because mom nor dad was a part of any of this stuff.
No one's in the biz in my family. I had never met anyone who'd even so much as walked on a film set.
Yeah, you were on a farm, right?
Until I spent a lot of time on a farm, but I myself was not on a farm. I was on property, but a lot. No, I don't know. I was just always obsessed with movies. I would just watch them again and again. Like we had like most kids from the 90s, like we had a collection of videos and I'd just watch them to death and then I'd recreate them and like I was just obsessed.
And Harry Potter was a big part of that?
I was obsessed with the books. So no, that really didn't bleed into my like movie obsession. I was just obsessed with movies and watching them and my mum just used to watch me like I'd regurgitate like she'd be there making dinner in the kitchen and I'd just be reenacting something. She kept being like, how are you remembering all this? Where is this coming from?
Yeah. Is there one that you would do over and over again? Is there one that you would
was there a particular actor or actress that you were like, oh God?
Goldie Hawn. I was a big Goldie Hawn.
Good one.
I loved everything she did.
Yeah, likewise.
And then there was like The Fifth Element was like my favorite film when I was a kid. And so I'd try and recreate all those like action sequences and I was, so I was a bit of a dramatic.
How funny was Chris Tucker in that? Yeah.
So good.
What, so you go down to Melbourne, you get a couple of jobs there such that you feel like, well, maybe this can arm me with the kind of experience and position in the community somewhat that I can go to America and try to parlay that into something bigger, better?
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I was on the Gold Coast and which ironically now a lot of movies are shooting on the Gold Coast, but growing up it felt very far away. So if you really wanted to do anything, the bigger shows are all in Sydney and Melbourne. Yeah. I ended up eventually finding my way into an audition for like practically a student film and ended up doing that. And through that, you know how things are, like you do one unpaid thing, it leads to another unpaid thing, leads to another thing. And then eventually someone pays you to do it. And
you're about 16, 17, 18?
16, yeah. Okay. So I was in my final year of high school. And then I ended up getting a guest role on a TV show that shot in Melbourne. So that kind of took me to the big smoke. And then once I was in Melbourne, I could quickly parlay like one guest role into another guest role on a TV show with the same casting director. And then while I was in Melbourne, I auditioned for Neighbours, which is a big soap in Australia.
Oh yeah, the biggest.
Oh, you've heard of it?
Of course, yeah.
Wow.
I'm up on all things Australia. Sure. Except for I will say I'm ignorant enough that I didn't realize that Gold Coast was the name of the actual city. I thought it was just kind of an area, but it's the actual name.
I know, it's kind of confusing. And you also say the Gold Coast, not like you don't live in you live in Melbourne, you live in Sydney, but you live on the Gold Coast, even though that's the name of the city.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, it's confusing.
And that's up northeast, like Brisbane?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. An hour drive from Brisbane, an hour drive from Byron.
And where are you today? Where are we finding you today?
I'm in LA. We're about to start the junket for Wuthering Heights, which is a film that we've got coming out.
I can't wait for that.
We're going to get to that.
It's so good, guys.
So excited
I can't wait.
Words I never thought I'd say.
No, I know. We'll hold you to that.
I mean, I'm excited.
But all right. So, what's going on with school at this moment? So you're in your last year of high school. Are you thinking about college? Are you thinking about another career that might be more predictable, something that you can count on more?
I didn't really know what I was gonna, because it still hadn't occurred to me that I could do acting as a job, even though I had started doing these like small unpaid things on the Gold Coast. So about halfway through high school, I started, I did my first the thing that I described as like a student film. It was like a independent film that never got distribution. So I don't really know what to call it other than a tiny micro budget film. And so I did 2 of those. I would do commercials for free and, whatever. And then the job in Melbourne kind of timed out at the end of high school. So it turned out pretty great that I got to finish my childhood, really. Yeah. And then 2 months later, I got the job on Neighbours, and then I've been working professionally ever since. So
you thought, I don't have time for college. Don't have time to get a backup.
Well, I actually, to be honest, I didn't have the money to go to uni anyway. And I kind of thought, this is crazy. Am I really going to go to, the thing is like, you finish school, you go to university. And I know it's like that in America too, like go off to college. But I was like, I don't know that there's something I want to study specifically. Am I going to put myself in crazy debt for
That's what I did.
For what? I was like, that's insane. So I couldn't get my head around that.
Yeah, because you were lucky enough to know at a young age exactly what you wanted to do.
I know, but
which is great.
most kids, I mean, I'm talking to my daughters about this now. It's like you don't, there's no pressure to like know what your career is going to be, at least in your first 2 years. Isn't it like the third and fourth year where you have to declare your major?
I think it's a bit different in America. I feel like in America, oh, by the way, all I wanted to do was go to college in America just because watching movies, it looked like the funnest thing in the whole world. And everyone would be like, why? What do you want to study? I'm like, oh, I don't care about what I would want. I just want to go to college in America.
That's exactly why you go.
I want to go to a fraternity party and drink red cups and all that
My daughter's in that right now. Yeah.
And so I think I get the impression that for you guys in America, it's like you go to college to have a college experience, and at some point during that experience you realize, oh, I really like this class I'm taking and now I'm going to shift in that direction. It's not really so much like that in Australia. You kind of have to decide in high school what it is that you like. So you're like, oh, I want to be a lawyer, or I want to do business or something, and then you pick your degree and then you do that degree, and it's a little shorter as well. You can even do your full degree in like 2.5 years in Australia. You can kind of back it back it up like that.
My experience was, I was like, I feel like I'm just going to go and waste my time doing this when I know that that's not where I just want to go and start life now.
And were you doing what your parents wanted you to do too? Was that part of it?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. A little bit.
Tell me your name one more time, fella. You're handsome. Look how handsome this guy is. What is?
Are you handsome guy?
I remember, Margot. I remember in college we used to have parties, and we'd lug the keg up the stairs. Yeah, totally. In this apartment,
just like in the movies.
And totally. And we'd charge $3 a cup when you come in. We'd buy the kegs.
Cute.
We'd make all this money, and at the end of the night, the floor would just be trashed with beer everywhere in our apartment. And at that age, you just kind of don't care.
You don't care.
That's the dream. That's all I wanted. Do you know what? Part of me was like, oh no, I started acting, like I said, I was on Neighbours, whatever. And I was like, oh, I haven't gone to university, and I guess I'm never going to at this point. Does that mean am I dumb? And I remember asking my sister.
I look in the mirror and say that to myself every day.
Mm-hmm.
I almost wanted to check that this didn't mean I wasn't didn't mean I wasn't smart. My sister was, we're very, very, very different people. And so she was studying to be an accountant in university, something I never would have done. But I remember saying, I was like, hey, can I do one of your assignments, one of your uni assignments? Because I just need to check that that acting's not making me dumb. And I did it. And by the way, like, numbers and accounting is not my forte at all. And I got like an A-, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I felt good after that. I was like, I'm good. I can do it. I know I can do it if I need to.
Because of life experience, right?
Well, I mean, I studied. It was all about, cognitive dissonance and some boring shit. Like that. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be right back.
And now back to the show.
All right, so you get to Hollywood. It's not Hollywood first, right?
No, so I was on Neighbours for 3 years, which is a pretty intense and very, very fun and amazing training sort of thing as a young actor. And so I did that for 3 years. And then when my contract finished, I started about 6 months into that job on Neighbours. I'm looking around. You've got a cast of, say, 30 people aging from 8 years old to 80 years old. And it's... I looked around and I was like, okay, so some people are lifers here. Some people have, just made a life just from acting. And I'd ask the cast members, I was like, so you don't have any side jobs? You don't have a second job that you go do? And they're like, no, just this. And I was like, wow, okay, so you can make enough money doing this that you can pay for a house and put your kids through school. And they're like, yeah. And I was like, oh, excellent, great. I'm going to do this then. So I'm going to be an actor then, great. And then I was looking at some of the younger cast members who would... So there was kind of 3 choices on Neighbours. Either one, you can't keep up, you get fired, and it's like a revolving door. So you need to be able to keep up. Number 2, you are great and you stay and you can be on there for 20, 30 years. It's a long running soap. Or option 3, you do it for a little bit and then you make the jump to America and you try your luck in America. So I knew that I wanted to be in Hollywood and do like American films. And
Margot, just to be clear, there have been a lot of members, cast members over the years from Neighbors who have done that and gone to America and done great things, right?
Yeah, and Home and Away. So like the 2 main soaps, Neighbors and Home and Away. So it's like Kylie Minogue was on Neighbors and like Chris Hemsworth was on Home and Away. So,
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
it's like
wild.
a long lineage.
All right, so when you get to Hollywood, is there a safety net? Do you come with a bag of money? Do you have an agent ready?
There's an Aussie Mafia ready-made for you.
Yes?
Truly, it's like being on Ramsey Street, which is like the street in the show. It was like just being on Ramsey Street again, but in America.
All right, so who's taking care of you?
Your fellow Aussies that have been on soaps as well, and you sleep on their couches, and everyone like shares info of like, okay, because by the way, when I moved here, it was 16 years ago, so I was 20. I moved 5 days after I finished on Neighbours. I was quite keen to get here, and there was no Uber. There was no it was a different time. There was pilot season.
You had to learn how to drive on the other side of the road.
Well, not just it. That wouldn't have been a problem. It was getting a car. You can't actually rent a car till you're 21, and I was still 20. And so I asked the Aussie, like our Aussie Mafia, I was like, what do I do if I need to get a car to get around to these auditions? And they're like, okay, I know a guy. And so you'd go to the guy, and he would rent you a car kind of off the books or whatever, and then you'd drive around to your auditions, all that.
Russell Crowe's got a little side gig out in Simi Valley.
Well, I ended up crashing that car on the way, and this was not a guy that I didn't get the impression this is a guy that you messed with, but I crashed his car, and I was really scared to tell him. Anyways, he took the car off me, obviously, and then I still needed a car to get around to auditions, and I went back to the Aussies, and I was like, what do you do when you piss off that guy? Like, is there another guy that you can rent a car from? And they're like, yes, he's called the Dodgy Romanian. And I was like,
come on. Okay.
And I rented a car from the Dodgy Romanian, as he was called. And it was like this gold-colored, oh God, I haven't thought about this in years. It was like this gold-colored, not a Lincoln, but like it looked like it was like a boxy car, like from the 80s.
And, a big one.
And this guy was like, very few words, very, like, here's the keys, give me the cash. We're not going to chit chat, just one thing.
We don't have an offensive Romanian accent out of you?
No, thank God. It was like, don't open the trunk, ever.
No, come on, really?
I'm not joking. I am not joking. He said, just don't open the trunk. And I was petrified. And I desperately wanted to make it in Hollywood. I'm like, I'm not going on little side quest here to open this trunk and get caught up in whatever is happening here. I'm never going to open this trunk. And anyways, I ended up, again, crashing in this car.
What's the matter with you?
You know what? I was always like doing my makeup and changing on the way to auditions and stuff and not paying. It was a bit of a chaotic time. Anyways, I crashed in this car and I was panicking. I was like, holy shit. What do I do? You don't even call insurance. You got to call the Dodgy Romanian and tell him that I've just crashed his car and he might kill me, I suppose. And so I called him and he's like, where are you? And I was like, I gave him the address. I was somewhere in Venice, I think, and it was like nighttime. And he was like, I'm coming to you. And I was like, oh God, no.
Oh God.
And he rocked up with an associate and they got out of the car and
they go to the trunk.
He looked at the damage and he was like, okay. And I was like waiting to, I don't know, be executed. And he was like, did you open the trunk? And I was like, no, never. Like literally never.
How dare you?
And he goes, okay. And he just took the keys and he drove away.
No way.
And I never saw him again. I never got a bill for the damage to the car. Nothing.
Truly. Oh my God.
Just
wow.
Thin air.
And did you make
use? Still to this day, I don't know what was in the trunk.
Yeah, what was in there?
What was in there?
Just some cash, just loose cash.
That'd be nice.
That you can't deposit.
Junk. It might have just been junk in the trunk.
Oh God.
Oh, nice.
Did you junk in the trunk? Did you get to use the car enough to go to plenty of auditions? Like, did you get use out of the car before you crashed or got in the accident?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So
I had a good couple weeks.
So you come to America. Let's Margot. What was the thing? What was the first American
Pan Am
gig?
Was it Pan Am?
Yeah, Pan Am was
Pan Am.
Remember that series?
And that
movie?
at the time, that was like, it was a TV show about the Pan Am.
Oh, that's right.
In the 60s.
It was a big.
That's right. I remember
deal
that.
at the time.
Good looking show.
Yeah. It was, I think at the time it was the most someone had spent on a pilot before.
Yes.
So they spent like $10 million on the pilot or something like that.
Doesn't seem like it's that long ago.
I know, and that also now seems like a small budget for like a pilot, but it was a big deal, and I had a role in that. So that was my first job. So I then moved to New York because we shot that at Steiner Studios in Brooklyn. So then I was living in New York for a year.
Was that your
and
first?
my roommate was Christina Ricci, and
No way.
who was also on the show. Yeah,
No
so
way.
I've gone from being in Australia, like never having met a single famous person or seen a movie set or whatever, to living in the big city.
And then was this your first time in New York?
Yes. Oh my God.
And what'd you think of that?
I couldn't comprehend how much of a city it was. The thing is, where I grew up on the Gold Coast, like I mentioned, but my family's all from like inland Queensland, like the farms, right? And so I had grown up thinking I was a city kid, and I thought the Gold Coast was like the big smoke. And they'd always call me a city kid because, I was on the Gold Coast. Then I moved to Melbourne for Neighbours, and I was like, whoa, okay, this is a city. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I thought I was a city kid. I've never been to a city. Melbourne is a city. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And then I got to New York, and I was like, okay, I don't even know anymore. This is a different level. This is a city. Yeah, I loved it. I had the
exciting, though.
best time. Oh my God.
So you do Pan Am. And then that sort of runs its course, and then what? You're sort of left wondering what's going to happen now, or was it just offers flooding in?
No, they didn't pick up the back nine, so we kind of had an inkling that we weren't going to go to a season 2.
It's my job.
And and then I started auditioning at that point. I auditioned for Richard Curtis's film About Time, which I ended up getting a small role in, and then I also, like everyone else, I auditioned for The Wolf of Wall Street. So I sent in a self-tape for that, and I ended up getting that, and that was my first American film.
No, wait. So you sent in a self-tape for Wolf of Wall Street.
So then how long was that process? Was that maybe two or three auditions before you got to Scorsese and Leo?
No. I went from the tape to being in the room with Marty and Leo.
Christ.
Wow.
There was no in between. I don't know how it happened like that, because everyone I knew was sending in a tape, like everyone. So I never thought Martin Scorsese was going to see the tape. I just was hoping that Ellen Lewis, the casting director, was going to see the tape. And I sent it in. I didn't hear back anything until I got the call saying, you're going to read in the room with Marty.
How long was that? How long was that gap from the time?
It was quite a while. Like it was like I can't remember.
Like you'd forgotten about it almost.
Yeah. Like I don't know, maybe 5 weeks or something. I don't know. I get the feeling that maybe I was a bit of a wild card option, because I think they had a couple of actresses read in the room with Marty and Leo to do a chemistry read sort of situation. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I was like the wild card where they're like, I don't know, throw her in. I have no idea.
But you get a call from your agent. You're like, hey, guess what? That tape you sent in, you're going to go meet Martin Scorsese.
Well, no, they said, you're going to go meet with Marty. And I didn't know who Marty was. I was like, Marty? And they're like, Marty is what people call Martin Scorsese. And I was like, whoa.
Dodgy Romanian.
Wow, so you're going to go meet with Marty and Leo, and you're going to read with Leo for Marty. I mean...
Yeah.
Did they make you feel comfortable, or were you nervous?
They did. Yeah. They did. And they gave me the role in the room as well. So it was...
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Wait,
so the whole thing was great.
Wait. Walk us through that.
Is it true that you improvised a slap on Leo?
Yes. It is true. It is true, and thank Christ that worked out, because that could have gone a different way.
Okay, walk us through that.
Okay, so the way that day went, I walk in. First, I go to Ellen Lewis's office to have a quick pre-chat with her.
The great
and
Ellen
she
Lewis.
takes one look at what I'm wearing, and she was like, no. She was like, you're going to go back downstairs. I think I was wearing my boots and jeans and I don't know, long sleeve shirt or something. And she was like, absolutely not. You're going to go downstairs, you're going to walk that way, and you're going to walk into a place called Soho. There's lots of shops, and you're going to find a tight dress and the highest heels you can find, and then you're going to come back. And I was like, okay. And so I went and did that, and I came back in a new outfit. And then I, went to the audition room thing. And Marty and Leo were in there, and it was quite surreal. And we started doing the first scene. And I just, I'd been on a soap where you do 60 pages a day, and you have to be word perfect. Because it's multicams, they're switching, they're essentially editing as you do the scene. You are word perfect. So I start doing the scene, and it was all right and whatever, but Leo was like throwing in ad libs and improvising, and I'd never ever improvised before. I'd never seen another actor improvise before. So I was a bit thrown. I was like, oh, that's not in the script. Wait, what's he doing? Okay. And I was like, oh my gosh,
he doesn't
okay,
know his lines.
He's like, Leo doesn't know his lines. I was like, wow, he's improvising. Okay, shit. And so I thought, okay, I didn't do very good in that scene, I think, because I was, playing catch up a little bit. And I thought, oh God, I'm getting thrown out of this room in like 30 seconds. Like I've got 30 seconds to make an impression because we are like, this is not impressive so far. And so I was like, okay, forget the lines, just go off script. And I just thought, I'm just going to use like every swear word I know. And so they were like, yeah, action. And I just like started, because also Leo can go, like if you don't get in there, he'll just keep going and like he can do the scene without you sort of thing. So it's either like get yourself in there or you're like, he can do.
And you're in a Brooklyn accent for this?
Yeah, Brooklyn accent. Which is actually easier for an Aussie because we don't do, we don't hit our R's like that. So I just started I jumped in quick. I was like, blah, 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 and started screaming or whatever. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, great. So we're doing this scene and now there's a bit of energy in the room and it's feeling good. And I was like, okay, great. And then there was the last scene, third scene to do, which ends in a line of now get over here and kiss me. And then it's the end of the scene. And so we end up, I think, feeling a little buzzed that I did well in the second scene. Yeah. So I was, a little more bolshy in this third scene. And we get to the end and it's like, okay, now get over here and kiss me. And I thought to myself, wow, I could kiss Leonardo DiCaprio right now. Like that would be so cool. I could tell all my girlfriends back home that happened. That would be like a life experience. Uh-huh. And I was like walking towards him slowly, having this thought of like, maybe I just do it, like fuck it. And then I got close and I was like, nah, this character wouldn't do that. And I just went whack and slapped him instead. And it was
amazing.
Like dead silent. Like you could hear a pin drop. And I was like, oh my God, what have I just done? I'm going to get arrested. I think that's, battery or like assault of some kind. Like, can I be sued? Do I go to jail for this? And then he and Marty just burst out laughing. And they were like,
that's great.
That was amazing.
And then they said, you've got the job right there.
And they said, do that again. Let's do the scene again. Do more improv. Do that again. And anyway, so we workshopped the scenes for a little bit. And then I, said thank you. And I walked out of the room and I got in the elevator and I took my heels off. And I did that little silent jig dance to yourself, like, oh my gosh, that was so fun. I can't believe that just happened. And just as the elevator doors were about to close, Ellen Lewis was like, wait, come back into the room for 1 second. I was like, oh, okay. And I walked back in, my heels still in my hands, and they were standing there just smiling. And I was like, what's up? And they were like, and Marty just held out his hands like this and goes, would like to offer you the role. Wow. And then gave me the biggest hug. Oh, and it was
amazing.
Just...
What
it
a
was
dream.
So incredible. And
that's amazing. Did they ever make the movie? Or?
Yeah, did they end up making the movie? Sean wants to know.
Yeah, they got that one off the ground.
Well, now, okay, so that was that amazing story. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, that was really cool.
The film is stunning. Your work in it is stunning. It was so well received. Did things, I mean, a massive change for you in your life once that comes out, was that a comfortable thing? I mean, something you've been working for a long time. This was a bigger step than you probably imagined happening. Were you able to kind of step up to it and hit it in stride, or was it a bit of an adjustment?
Well, you know how it goes. It's like you make a movie and then it doesn't come out for a year. So your life kind of goes on for a year. And it didn't occur to me that do you know what? I just didn't know I was going to be in the movie as much as I ended up being in it. I thought, because the set was so crazy and so much improvisation and so much every day it was we were writing scenes the night before. My whole end sequence in that movie, we wrote the night before in a room at 3 a.m. We're it was meant to be just a scene where my character comes in and says, I want a divorce, and she puts some papers down. That's kind of it. Yeah. And then we ended up kind of being we need something more. And we workshopped this whole thing, that whole sequence. So by the nature of the filming process, I thought, there's a lot of experimenting going on, a lot of improv going on. I'm sure most of this isn't going to make the cut. So I thought, I wonder how much I'll be in this movie. I didn't see it till the night before the premiere, so I had no idea.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and then, so I didn't really prepare for it. And I thought, I'll be a blink and you'll miss me sort of thing. I'll be in and out. I just didn't think anyone was going to pay attention to me in that movie at all. So I wasn't...
Right, huge cast.
I wasn't really... Yeah, I mean, you got Jonah Hill doing like the most incredible stuff. Everyone, like the cameos are endless. Like every day you'd come into work and people would be like, Matthew McConaughey's here today, or like, you know, whatever. So it just felt like I was one blip amongst a big canvas of you know, chaos. And so I didn't really brace myself for how things would change after that. And I'd already done a bunch of jobs in between. Sure. You know, because I had a year. So yeah, I don't know. Life got weird pretty quickly.
Yeah, but then you go and you see it and you're like, wow, this is, I mean. Yeah,
well, no, really, I was like, oh shit, my family is about to see this. Oh no. I organized a friends and family screening and I like sat down and the credits started and I suddenly was like, oh my God, I'm like naked and I'm fully naked and they're all about to see it. And I mean, there's scenes where we're like having sex on a bed of cash. Like my brother is right next to me. Like, oh no. I was like, this is going to be the most uncomfortable thing ever. I never forget at the end of that screening, I think my family were all a little bit stunned and like didn't know what to say, but felt like they should say congrats or something. They were like, and my older brother, he was like quite a blokey bloke, you know, quite an Aussie bloke. He was just like, like couldn't find the words. And I was like, you know what? We don't have to talk for a while. And he goes, great. And just like kind of gave me a hit on the back and then walked out. And we didn't talk for like months after that. And then when we did, we never mentioned it again. We're like, let's never talk about that.
Oh my God.
All right. How soon after that did you get pulled into the DC universe with Harley Quinn?
Gosh, that must have been...
Oh my gosh, that's right, Harley Quinn.
Okay, so Wolf of Wall Street, 2012.
No, because you did the movie before that. You did the movie with, what's that great one you did with Will Smith?
Focus.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's so fun, isn't it?
It's a great movie. You're so good in that movie.
Oh, thank you. That was so fun. Yeah, it must have been right after... It must have been after Focus, because Will and I had already done that movie, and then we worked together again in the first Suicide Squad film.
And then where was I, Tonya? In all this?
Tonya was after that.
After
2017 is when Tonya, either we filmed it or it came out in 2017. I think it came out in 2017 and we...
Yeah, that movie is so great.
So
Your
good.
performances. I mean, everybody you're
you.
probably so sick of talking about the one scene where they just hold on you in the mirror.
No, I loved... Because that, again, that was like an in-the-moment thing where, I don't know, we'll set up and...
Craig Gillespie, right?
Yeah, Craig, who's
what a
the best,
director he
also
is.
an Aussie. Yeah. But I was kind of like, let me try something for a second. It might be lame, but let me try.
Oh my God, it was so powerful. That was incredible.
And then afterwards, I was like, was that too weird? And he was like, kind of like really still, and he's never still. He's like, he is fast. Like you think, I thought shooting Neighbors, he is fast. Yeah. Anyways, and he was like very still, and he was like, that was something. And I was like, okay, cool. Do you want me to do? And he's like, don't do anything else. Let's move on. And I was like,
oh, wow.
What a great feeling. That's the best. It's the best
It's
feeling.
the best. You know that feeling where you're like, ooh, something electric just happened. Something, I don't know, maybe it's nothing, but maybe it ends up being a thing that cool guys bring up on a podcast years from now.
So at what point
Still waiting for those cool guys, I guess.
Yeah, where are they? When do they join?
Yeah.
And we will be right back.
And back to the show.
At what point did you start thinking, God, I would love to parlay some of this, great access and position in the community into producing as well? Because you're such an accomplished producer. Your company, LuckyChap.
Well, Tonya was the first thing that we produced that came, well, it was actually the second movie we produced, but the first one that came out. So it was kind of kicked things off really nicely. We started talking about the production company in 2013, so the year after Wolf of Wall Street. Okay. So after Wolf of Wall Street, before it had come out, I went off to Belgium to shoot this movie called Sweet Française, which I've actually never seen. And I met my two producing partners, one of whom I'm now married to. So Josie and Tom were second and third AD on that job, and we all became friends on that job. Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street wasn't out yet, so that must have been 20, anyways, whatever. Very early on. And that's when we talked about starting a production company, and we started the company the following year. So we've had it for like 11 years
I
now.
love that you work with your husband. I just think that's
Yeah.
great. My wife and I
It's the
are working
best.
together a bit now, and it's just so. I just love it. It's
Oh, you love it?
nice.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know which way you were going to go with that.
Yeah.
The look on your face. You got kind of lost a little.
Now, I'd love to get my spouse to play golf too. I hear Tom can swing a golf
He has
club.
tried to make me play golf so many times.
No,
I'm like,
don't
this-
bother. I'm going to play with him.
Just-
He and I are going to
please,
become big
please.
golf buddies. Willie,
Good.
he's coming on up.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So I'm on the
good.
Are
board.
you good?
Are you all golfers
that's
together?
nice.
Are you
Yeah,
all going to be
yeah.
golfing
We
together?
play at
This
the-
is
yeah.
adorable.
Yeah.
I love it. He, I mean, he's obsessed with golf. Like, I feel like every dude I know turned 30 and suddenly overnight was obsessed with golf. Like, I was like, I've never heard
It's this
any of you
wonderfully
talk about
difficult
golf.
thing. Yeah, it's
And
a
they all seem
hard-
to hate it and themselves so much, but want to do it all the time. It's such a weird. It seems to be a very
It is. It is a
toxic
love-hate thing.
relationship.
It's
It is.
just an incredibly challenging thing that is hard to ignore.
Yeah,
You know?
It perplexes me. It really does. It really perplexes me. And I'm also like, you can love this thing without me. Like, this can be a thing that I don't need to play golf.
I'm going to set you up
It
with
seems
my
nice,
wife.
though.
That is so. Yeah. Amanda needs to hear that. Let's
She
clip
needs to hear
that for
stuff like
Amanda.
that. Yeah.
Speaking
Bennett,
of,
will you clip that for Amanda? Thank you.
Margot, speaking of golf, I just had lunch 2 weeks ago, 3
Boy,
weeks
this better
ago,
be connected.
Oh, here it
on a
comes.
golf
Jack
course
Nicklaus.
with Inan Kreis.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, who is
The real
CEO
life CEO of Mattel.
of this real life CEO of Mattel, and we were talking about you, and we talking about Barbie, of course. And I'm like, how did that come? And he's like, he told me, because he's such a great guy. He's like, this is the pitch: Margot Robbie, Barbie. That was the pitch.
What's that got to do with golf?
Really? No, because we were having lunch on the golf course.
What golf course?
Will, which golf course was I at? Do you remember that when you called me? I was like,
Hillcrest.
I was about to say, do you want me to start rattling them off? I hate
Yeah.
that I know them all, but
Because that's where he wanted to have lunch.
No, a
Jason,
friend of
why are
ours.
you getting bogged down in the
I know.
details?
I need to understand, how does Sean Hayes end up at Hillcrest?
I got a pass.
What is
I
with
got
the
a pass
look
to
on your
come
face?
on.
Why are you so mad at him?
Who has lunch at Hillcrest unless you're
are you
making the
mad?
time?
Are you not allowed at Hillcrest?
No, a friend of ours set us up as just to have lunch. You guys would have a good time, so we had a good time, and I talked to him, and he's look at his face. Yeah, and,
Oh yeah,
and,
people can only hear this. You can't see Jason's face right now. It
Right.
is.
So
Yeah, it's just-
bewildered.
and by the way,
Higher.
it's beautiful. It's gorgeous there.
Yeah, it's hard to get out there. And you just thought you'd just have your sandwich out there, I guess.
He's so
Anyway, Inan spoke
You
very
upset
highly
me,
of you.
Mom.
He's such a
Oh,
good
that's
guy.
kind.
And when he told me the
That's so
pitch
kind.
was just you and Barbie, that's where it started. And then everything else just kind of snowballed from there, which is incredible.
All right, so we're going to
Yeah,
fly
yeah.
over Quentin Tarantino and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and we're going to go right to Barbie.
No.
I
Right
get
to
it.
Barbie.
No?
Well, wait.
we
let's
don't have
back
to
up.
talk about Barbie. I just thought, what a coincidence you're here, and I had lunch with Inan, and it was
No,
great.
he made the
No,
golf
it
connection.
is a
That's fair
small
enough.
world.
That's a
It's
very
a small
good.
world.
That's very.
We will allow.
Once Upon a
We
Time
will
in
allow
Hollywood.
once-
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
What a
is
film,
such
huh?
What a film.
Great
what
film, isn't it?
A film.
Now,
It's
is
so
being
good.
on a set with Quentin as exciting as it seems?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. It is everything. I'm a huge Tarantino fan, and it is. So I've read all the folklore around making a movie with Quentin.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't allow phones on set and da 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 da.
Right.
It's all true, and it's everything you'd want it to be and more. It was just the best.
That's
It was the
awesome,
best.
awesome film.
a huge
I
fan.
so love that.
I mean,
I
really.
still can't believe. You're like, remember when that first? I think was it Cannes where it first was shown.
Yeah.
And he made some declaration to the press in like a really cool way, saying, "Listen, I know some directors say, please watch the spoilers when you write these reviews and everything, but he made this real, but I'm serious. Please try not to reveal the ending to everyone, blah, 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 blah." I remember reading that and going, okay, this is never going to last. Somebody is going to, but I remember that I made it to watching the movie, which was months later, without ever hearing what the ending was about, and was so excited by the reveal of what that ending was, and fucking loved the way that thing all wraps up. I just, what a film.
I
Loved
know.
it,
Isn't
loved
that
it, loved
amazing
it.
that no one spoiled that? It was.
Yeah, I couldn't
'cause
believe it.
that was like a separate part of the script that only a few of us were allowed to even
really?
have. And so the crew didn't have it was kept so under lock and key because you really wanted to preserve that. And it's so impactful when you get to the end of the movie and you're like, holy
Yeah.
shit, Sharon's alive. Wait, this means
Right.
Sharon Tate lives. This is such a great alternate universe. But I, knowing how secret he wanted everything to be, I never breathed a word of how it ended. And at Cannes, I brought my mum to watch the movie. And I asked her afterwards, we're all clapping, and I was like, what did you think? And she goes, honestly, I have been dreading watching this movie because I did not want to see my daughter be killed in that way. And I know Tarantino movies are violent. And she's like, I know, and I didn't want to, burst your bubble because you're clearly so excited about this, but I've been dreading it. And she's like, I didn't know. Anyway, so Quentin was looking at me. He's like, did your mum like the movie? And I was like, oh, she was upset because she thought she was about to see me die. And he's like, you didn't tell your mum you don't die? And I was like, no, you told me not to tell anyone the ending of this movie. I didn't tell anyone. He was like, well, at least tell your mom. And I was like, oh, no, I didn't tell my husband. Nice. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell anyone how this movie ended. So, yeah, we were all in on keeping it secret.
Sweet.
All right, so Barbie, the behemoth of Barbie, it comes into your world in sort of a typical way, like kind of through the regular sort of channels, or is it something that you pursued?
No, not really. I mean, we pursued it as the company, as LuckyChap. We went after it. We knew that the agreement over, it was set up already over at Sony. There had been versions of it, et cetera, et cetera. And then their time was kind of
Deadline Hollywood. Don't worry, he knows the deal.
Amy Schumer, blah blah blah.
There was a turnaround for a while, and then anyway, he knows the deal.
Bunch of money against it, and then
exactly. But there was they had to re-up the deal sort of thing, and so that was the opportunity to get in there and say, can we take it? And so we kind of made our pitch to Enon, Sean's friend. So we made the pitch to him. We're like, let LuckyChap produce this. Let us have this. We'll set it up at Warner Brothers so there's no chain of titles issue with whatever they've previously developed at
This
Sony.
is before Greta and Noah?
Yeah. Before Greta and Noah, so it was just us.
So then your take then was, you're sorry to interrupt, but your take was, because the reason it is relevant and interesting that it had this life beforehand was that obviously the version at Sony with Amy would be wildly different than what you guys were doing. Because think about it, like that's what Mattel, they've got all this great, IP, and they're just like games or in this, action figure. And it's like, how do you come up with a movie about that? You have to have a take. Like, what's the angle going to be? What's it going to be about? With Barbie, it's so loaded to like, you can have a cultural reference to it, some sort of societal comment, all this stuff. So what was your take so this is before you had the writer and the director. Mm-hmm. Did you have a clear idea about what you wanted to say with this? And then that informed where you looked for a writer and a director?
To be honest, the first hurdle was getting them to let us have it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so really those first conversations were about making sure Enon and Mattel knew that we would protect the brand and take care of it, but also do something meaningful with it. And we were quite honest in that first meeting of like, if we're doing a Barbie movie, we're going to be saying something, and it has to be culturally relevant, and this has to be elevated and cinematic and all the things. Like but do understand, like we're going to be making comments with the movie sort of thing. So you obviously will do that with someone who's very smart. Like I did pitch Greta in the meeting. I was like, like a Greta Gerwig, who I had spoken to previously about other films and stuff. And she, I think at the time was filming Little Women, but she had done Lady Bird. Anyways, so first step one really was just like letting them know that we understood how important this property is to them, that we would, be good partners to them, and then also like, then it was setting up the studio, and then it was going after Greta and being like, do you want to do a Barbie movie? And then it was about what her take was. Really, it was never me being like, I have a take. Do you want to do this? It was like, I trust you to have something. I bet you have something to say. What would you want to say with a Barbie movie with me? And then it kind of went from there. And her and Noah, their writing process is fascinating, but they don't really like plot out. They don't outline a whole thing and then send in an outline. You know what you're going to get. They don't really know how it's going to end. They write as they go. They write themselves in corners. They write themselves out of corners. So getting the studio and Mattel to sign off on the movie and get them paid to commence, because then it was COVID too, and I was like, they need to be writing right now. And they were like, well, what's the movie? Without giving a full beginning, middle, and end. And everyone's feeling very protective over this thing and want to know what it is and what they're paying for and all that kind of stuff. It was kind of, I think it was probably the best bit of producing we ever did, was getting getting all those deals, treatment deals, no approval over the script, but approval over the treatment, all this kind of stuff, so that they...
You got to you got to convince a lot of people that sort of like, just trust us.
It was completely just trust us and also leave them alone. Like you cannot, they're not going to get on the phone with you and tell that they're not going to pitch you. Like we have to leave them alone. That's their process.
It says a lot about Mattel and Warner Brothers for taking that risk. And like, that's a lot of courage.
For sure.
It's so great that it worked out so well for them.
Yeah.
I mean, huge. I mean, I asked the dumb questions, if you haven't picked up on that yet. So will there be a sequel?
Well, there could be.
Because, why wouldn't there be?
But Greta's been, I'm open. There's no plans at the moment, but I'm open to it. I'm open to anything with Greta, to be honest. But she's been doing Narnia for ages.
Wow.
So
I can't wait for that.
Cool.
Yeah, I think she's been
love those books.
really intensely into.
I
love them too. Have you Have you ever read a book series called The Magicians? It's like this grown-up dark Narnia version of Narnia.
No, but I will.
It's so good. Anyways,
yeah.
No, tell Sean what channel it's on, and he'll watch it for sure.
They're books. Wait, The Magicians.
No,
wow. Is it the same tone as the Narnia books?
It's like, I love fantasy books. I read a lot of fantasy, and it's a really good. Oh, good. Well, then check them out. I mean, it's just. But it's very much seeped in like Narnia lore, which I
well, why doesn't your production company option those books?
Well, actually, if I'm going to option anything, I read a lot of, like I said, a lot of fantasy, but I read a lot of romantasy books as well. So I think since our brand is very like female focused, there's some other romantasy books that I'd rather go after.
Well, that's getting us right to Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
With the divine Jacob Elordi. What a nice guy. I just met him the other day. What a really
nice kid.
And by the way, sidebar, we just had Charlie XCX on, and she did the music for it.
She did a whole
or some
album.
of the music.
She did an entire album. Her whole album is called
For Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And another collaboration with you and Emerald Fennell. Yes.
Yeah. Third film together. So we produced
amazing.
Promising Young Woman, then Saltburn, and now this is her third film and our third film together.
She's only been in the States for 16 years.
I know.
Look at all of this.
I know, it's amazing.
It's unbelievable. It's so great.
It is
all right.
great.
So Wuthering Heights, you're a big softie with the romance stuff. Was this did this come out?
It's the ultimate romance. It's the ultimate. Yeah.
It's much like your relationship with golf. It's like you just can't help it, even though it's destroying you on some level.
Thank you for putting it in a context that we can understand. Thank you.
I'm currently in a divorce with golf right now. I'm working. I'm dedicated to my life right now. But okay. So you've seen the film
many times. Yes.
Do you cry every time?
Every time. I have never watched it and not cried.
This is so
never.
great.
And it's so good. It's like, I'm so excited that everyone's about to see it because it's incredible.
It's coming out on Valentine's Day, right?
Perfect Valentine's,
February 13th.
Valentine's plan. Yeah, if you don't have plans.
Friday, February 13th.
It did come out 3 days ago.
Yeah,
because it's February 16th today,
It's out
guys.
now.
It's February 16th today?
Yeah,
okay, guys, if you haven't seen it yet.
I apologize.
Okay, so does that mean, is it the Monday? Is it the public holiday today? Okay, you've got time. Go to the movies right now.
As soon as I slap this laptop down, I'm going. I'm going to bring
President's Day
tissues.
weekend. It's President's Day. It's Valentine's. It's a big weekend. Go out and see it today.
Weekend. Today, go see it. It's just an incredible film. Like, it really, really is. And it's so moving and evocative and provocative at times, but I don't know. I really think it's going to make people feel. And
what about, did you, because chemistry with an actor is so vital, especially I would imagine if you're doing some sort of a romantic film with someone. Did you do some research about, like, did you call around with people did you know Jacob from Saltburn already?
So yeah, I knew him in a kind of like a producer-actor dynamic from Saltburn, and always thought he was so lovely and so talented. I mean, I was when I read Saltburn, it's the first thing I said. I was like, Jacob Elordi should play Felix. I was such a fan of his work from Euphoria back then.
So then you knew you two would get along, and
well, we're also from he's from Brisbane and I'm from the Gold Coast. So we're from like an hour away from each other. We're both Queenslanders. So I don't know. I had a feeling I was like, we're both Queenslanders. We'll get it.
Yeah.
We'll be best mates. It'll be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's just so good. And I think what really helps is we approach our work in a very similar way. And I think that really helped. And I think when it comes to chemistry,
how is that?
Well, we're both very, very like, we take it very seriously. We do a lot of prep. We do a lot of work. You know, like we're both on set with like notebooks and writing and notes, and we're, you know, yeah. So I don't know. And we were kind of, to be honest, I think we were kind of set up for success because the script was so good. I mean, and Emerald's an Oscar-winning screenplay writer. The script was unbelievable. We had, you know, then the source material has been, you know, adored for almost 200 years. Then you've got Emerald's take of it, and her writing's incredible, and she's plucking out lines and stuff from the book too. And then you've got, you know, some of the industry's best designers, cinematographers, production designers, costume designers, all that kind of stuff. You know, we had all the elements.
Where'd you shoot it?
We shot in London and then on the moors in Yorkshire. So our exteriors were up there. And so, yeah, I mean, we kind of had it all there and it all came together and we get along and it was just great. It was so great.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see
so
you guys
excited.
do that together. I mean, you're so, I'm so taken with you. You seem so charming and warm, as I said at the beginning, and grounding. You're just such a pleasure.
You're
like,
just a farm girl.
Yeah. Is there what knocks
Just
you
a farm
off?
girl.
What knocks you off balance? When are you not charming? When are you not, what would Tom tell us is really your kryptonite?
Yeah.
When I'm hungry.
Oh yeah.
I'm not charming when I'm hungry, and I'm almost always hungry, to be honest. I get hangry.
Yeah.
He calls me Dragoon sometimes. He's like, I need to feed the dragon. Like,
Does he cook for you?
Yeah, he's an amazing cook.
Is he?
He could be a chef. He's so good.
Really?
Really?
I want to know how to cook. God damn it.
You guys will be golf besties. You can.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
don't even get me.
gotta teach me.
You think
He's
he
gonna
loves
start cooking
golf?
for you, JB.
You should see what he does with the big green egg. He's oh my god.
Oh.
I'll steal him.
It's his other. It's his other
I'll
mistress.
just take him.
Yeah, take him. Take him. He'll love it.
What's your go-to meal? If you're like, honey, I'm really hungry, I fix my favorite thing. You know what it is. What is
To
it?
be honest, he can cook a steak better than any restaurant can. Like his it's almost
got a nice
ruined
rub
getting
on there.
a steak. Oh, I don't know what he does, but it's magic.
He
So
does that in the green egg?
he'll do it. Oh no, I think he does a bit of a oven/reverse sear in a skillet pan situation for his steaks, but he can do it on the green egg as well.
Somebody made me a hamburger once and put an egg on it with blue cheese. I was like, no thanks.
Yummy.
No, that's
shit.
not-
That's cool.
sounds
Save it for the book.
great to me.
Margot, this is Margot's time, Sean. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
joining
Margot.
us today.
guys are
I know
funny.
you've got a
Thank
lot
you.
of press in front of you. I
Yes.
appreciate all the time.
Yeah.
You're
And
the greatest.
best of luck with the film. We're going to watch it this afternoon.
We're all going
Yes,
together.
we're all gonna go.
Are you
Century
actually?
City.
Together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to go to Century
Will
City
you-
this afternoon.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, of course. It's the 16th today. Yes, go watch it. Go watch it together. You're our core demographic, so enjoy. Tell me what you think.
Good. So
But
great
thank
meeting you.
Thank you for doing
No,
this.
thank you. Good luck with the play as well, Sean.
Oh,
That
thank you,
sounds
honey.
fun.
Thank you so
I love
much. So
that.
sweet of you.
All
All
right,
right. Well,
guys.
hopefully we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Thanks,
Bye,
Margot.
Margot.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Oh, I mean, what? I need
how
a
about that?
shower. All the negativity and the
I know. She is something else, man.
She's a.
I mean,
by
what
the
an angel,
career.
huh?
I mean, bam, bam, bam,
Bam.
movie, big movie, big
I
movie,
know.
big movie, big movie.
I
mean,
know.
she just got here like 5 minutes ago. And when she said she was on Pan Am, I felt like that was like 5 years ago. What was it, like 15
it was
years
so
ago?
long. But if you just look at like she just so hit the ground running coming here. You know what I mean? And just doing quality things after quality things, always really good in everything she does. And I think the thing what's almost impossible to get my head around is Sean, you parking at Hillcrest and then you go over to the patio to have lunch? Like,
Yeah,
what? Are you indoors or outdoors?
What is going on? How did you get in there?
What you got there
Jason,
is just Jason will take this for the rest of his days.
But wait,
you ended up
Jason,
at Hillcrest Country Club.
I can play there, but as a guest.
Okay,
Yeah,
so why is it hard to get in?
I'm not like, I can't call in and have a fucking lunch date there. I'm not a member.
So you have to be a member to have lunch there.
So mad.
Yeah, was the Mattel guy a member there?
His name is Inan. No, a friend of ours was a mutual friend of ours.
Two fucking non-members having a business meeting. Unbelievable.
Well, you can
All right, getting back into it.
Okay.
This woman,
Margot Robbie is something else.
an incredible actor, incredible producer. I
Sean's got
think
one
will
loaded.
just be at the tip top of our profession for a very, very long time. As
Right,
she is
talented,
now.
beautiful, smart, all those things.
Oh, you have something you want to say, Sean?
Yeah, I do. Just really quick. Out of all the movies that I would have ever guessed would make out of all of her movies on her resume.
Still rolling.
All of her movies on her resume that would have made over $1 billion. I would have never guessed it would have been
Barbie.
No. Let me explain to you what the buy
Why,
thing
at least go buy Tonya.
Oh shit, that's better.
I just don't think you can't make up a word for it to fit the buy.
Yes,
you
you
have to
can.
actually
Barbie.
find a legitimate
Barbie.
buy.
Barbie.
All right.
Bye.
Barbie.
SmartLess is 100% organic and artisanally handcrafted by Rob Armjarv, Bennett Barbaco, and Michael Granteri.
SmartLess.